Strickland.
Yeah.
Ashley Madakwe as Hannah and Lucy.
Yeah.
Aisha Tyler as Nora Adams.
Yeah.
Harold Perrineau as President Rashad. Sindhu Ramamurti as Prime Minister Nazari.
Nice.
And a special scandal welcome to Mercedes Kernan as reporters 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 704 of Scandal. This is called Lost Girls, and it was written by Amini Raza and Austin Guzman. And the episode was directed by Nico Rubio. Yeah. Act 1, Olivia's apartment outside elevator night. Okay, we're back with Olivia, Fitz, and Curtis, awkwardly staring at each other. It's our third time being here, but now we've seen Scandal episode 703, and we're waiting with bated breath to see what Fitz's next move's going to be. Right now, Fitz is looking at Liv and Curtis, absorbing the fact that they just had their tongues in each other's mouths. Curtis, wiping lipstick from his face, offers Fitz his hand.
President Grant, it's an honor.
Takes his hand, struggling to be polite.
Mr. Price.
Liv wants to scream.
I actually was
What are
hoping
you
for your
doing
help on
here?
some institute business, but if this is a bad time.
Before she
No.
can speak.
No, it's fine. I was just leaving.
Curtis.
But Curtis is already pushing the elevator button and going into the elevator.
Nice to meet you too, President Grant.
You too.
Liv gives Curtis, I'm sorry, look, as the door closes, and now it's just Olivia and Fitz standing there staring.
That was exciting.
Why are you here?
Because this is all weird and unexpected, and her gut's not liking this at all. Fitz stares at her a beat, then gestures to one of his agents who hands Fitz a folder, he hands it to Liv, and she eyes him warily and then grabs it.
What is this?
An institute project Marcus and I are putting together. I was hoping you could lend us a hand.
Are you crazy?
She's trying to give it back to him.
It's a missing girls case.
I don't care what kind of case it is.
Hundreds of teenage girls nobody's looking for because of the color of their skin.
President of Bashran is in town. We're organizing a summit.
It's right up your alley.
Liv eyes him.
Olivia.
Was up my alley. You're not supposed to be here. Why are you here?
100 days is over. I kept my head down, but now I've got work to do. Come on. If we don't help them, who will?
Liv stares at him tempted, but she's shaking her head again like an alcoholic who's caught herself eyeing a bottle. She shoves the folder at him, refusing to cave.
Give this. I have a prop folder. Give this. Give this thing here to Quinn Perkins.
I don't want Quinn Perkins.
Well, if she gets enough traction, I'll have Melly make a statement, but that's it.
I want you.
Well, you can't have me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do too.
And she heads into her apartment off Fitz, getting the door closed in his face. We cut inside to Olivia's apartment night. Olivia stands there spun, and that's our title card out. Washington, D.C. morning. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Pebble Beach, morning, as we move down this line of fast-talking, eager reporters.
It's a momentous day at the White House with President Grant set to preside over a nuclear summit between President Rashad of Bashran and Prime Minister Nazari of Dakal this afternoon.
As you know, Jim, the fact Grant was able to get these two countries to ever agree to a summit is in itself a huge diplomatic achievement.
Convincing Rashad and Nazari to ditch their nuclear capabilities won't be easy. Yet sources inside the White House remain confident, saying if anyone can accomplish this feat, it's President Millie Grant.
And we cut to the White House Oval Office morning, where an excited Melly and President Rashad are seating mid-meeting, going over some paperwork. They're a team.
If my past experience with this man is any indication, he'll want to know what comes next, how any of this actually gets done.
Which is why today's negotiation is simply a starting point. If we are to convince Prime Minister Nazari to get behind this treaty and sign.
I don't think it's a question of if, Madam President. Nazari will sign. You and I are going to make sure of it.
Melly had to smile.
I like the way you think.
If only the people of my country all share that opinion.
Melly watches him and leans forward.
I know you're getting some pushback.
Certainly no surprise there.
Well, I want you to know if there is anything more I can do, if there's anything you need.
I appreciate that.
Of course. So is there anything else you need?
And well, that certainly was rather pointed, Madam President. It hangs there a beat, those two eyeing each other, and just as Rashad's about to answer, there's a knock on the door and Melly rises to her feet and sees a tense Olivia entering.
Olivia, come in.
Madam President, President Rashad, good morning.
Oh, we were just finishing up some last-minute talking points.
We're all on the same page, I take it?
Believe so?
Olivia nods, she distracted.
Wonderful.
Okay. Looking forward to this afternoon, Madam President.
As am I, President Rashad. Thank you.
He goes exchanging a quick goodbye nod with Olivia.
Oh, Liv, I have something to show you. Come here.
As Melly hurries around to her desk, Olivia following.
Did you know Fitz was in town?
Oh, he called this morning asking when he could see the kids.
Has it been on the books for a while? Or...
No. It was very last minute. I told him he can do whatever he wants as long as he doesn't upstage our summit. Look.
And she's found what she's looking for. She opens the case to reveal an impressive array of custom-made pens.
Rachel had these made special. I probably shouldn't be so excited considering we don't even have a treaty to sign yet, but look how beautiful they are. We are making history today, Liv. You and me. I can feel it. Can't you?
Absolutely.
But we can tell her head is somewhere else entirely right now, off a preoccupied Liv. Interior White House Cyrus's office day, where Cezanne's boy in the red vest is leaning against the desk as Hannah reads a legal document to Cyrus.
An employee of the executive branch may accept a gift only if it is unsolicited.
Which it was.
And if the gift is valued at $20 or less. How much is the painting worth?
Bit more than that. What could that man have possibly been thinking?
Hannah takes a long look at the painting, something occurring to her, then almost to herself.
I mean...
What?
No, nothing.
Hannah!
Well, it's just that the barista at Hot Pot tries to give me free biscotti every morning because he thinks that I'll...
Okay, she's seriously blushing, and Cyrus picks up what she's trying very hard not to say and puts up a hand.
Say no more. For biscotti?
Right? So that's why I always pay full price, so that I don't send him the wrong message.
In this case, paying full price is not going to be an option.
Then you're going to have to give it back. I mean, unless you do want to send a message.
Hannah, you can go.
Yes, sir.
Hannah leaves, and off a conflicted Cyrus, we cut to the White House old pool, where Jake is briefing a preoccupied Liv.
I've coordinated with Bashran security. Everyone they flagged as a potential threat to Rashad is now in our system. To be on the safe side, though, I think it's time we talked about hiring some agents with a few more eyes and ears in the field.
I need you to look into Fitz.
Excuse me?
He's back, no warning, just showed up on my doorstep saying he's got some case he needs my help with.
And you think that's strange? A man who hasn't gone 3 minutes, let alone 3 months, without wanting to see you.
Liv gives him a look. Don't fuck with me.
We had an understanding. He stays in Vermont, keeps his nose out of Melly's business, out of my business. If he comes here, it's coordinated with the White House. No surprises.
The case?
Matter. That's not the point.
Maybe it is the point. Maybe this case is actually worthy of your attention. What isn't worthy of your attention, or my attention, or the attention of B613, is tracking the comings and goings of an ex-boyfriend when less than 50 feet away they're setting up tables for a nuclear summit. May I ask what you're afraid of?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It doesn't feel right.
Liv's phone rings. It's Curtis. Liv declines the call.
Fine. I'll take a look, see what I can find. But if the question's why is he here, look in the mirror. That's your answer.
Off Liv, not quite ready to believe that. We cut to an abandoned building where Rowan is with Fitz, whose agents lurk in the background. Fitz looks tense and Rowan looks skeptical.
Ace, that's how you're going to save my daughter.
It's a noble cause. Getting Liv involved is a chance to remind her who she is, what she cares about.
So Olivia will help you find these girls, and as a result, she'll what? Trade in her B613 horns for a halo? Has she agreed to work on it?
She put her old team on it.
So no.
What would you have me do? Ask her politely to dismantle B613? She'd have my head. If Liv Shredder's B613, it has to be her idea, not mine.
We're luring her into a cage. Let's be very clear about that.
We're not doing anything. Whatever I do is because I want to do it. If we're going to be clear about something, let's be clear about that. You know what? Never mind. I thought I'd show you the respect of keeping you informed since you came to me so concerned, but maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should do what I've always done and stay as far away from you as humanly possible.
He heads for the door, trailed by his agents.
You forget that I was in a cage too. Now they'll say I was lured there by fossils. No, it was the girl who dangled those fossils in front of me. She was the cheese in my trap.
What's your point?
My point is this case isn't the bait. You are. You're her weakness. It's why I've always hated you with such a passion of 1,000 suns, and why I think you're her only chance at salvation. The case is fine. The case will get her attention, but if you want to fix her, she can't just be in love with a cause. She has to be in love with you. You're the cheese, Mr. President. You. Remember that.
Off Fitz, not wanting to admit that Rowan might be right, we end Act 1.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Woo! All right.
Exciting.
You are the cheese.
You are the cheese.
You are the cheese.
That's the next tattoo.
What happens now?
So during this little break, Jeffy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, buddy.
All right. So I just want to let everybody know that first up, I want to announce that the Berlanti Family Foundation will match the next donations up to $5,000. So this is the time to donate if you've been trying to build up your courage. And if that wasn't exciting enough, our first prop is the Cezanne, Boy in the Red Vest. It's a notebook that Jeff will model for you right now. Model it. The way I taught you, runway, the way.
That's a sexy notebook. That's a sexy notebook right there.
That is a hot notebook.
That's a sexy, sexy notebook.
James taught Cyrus how to do the runway walk, and you're doing it beautifully. Jeff will sign it, and he will send it straight to your door. So text notebook 24 to 41444, and the highest bidder is going to win.
Jeff, will you commit to writing a haiku on the first page?
Yes, I will, and I'll include just a couple paragraphs of theatrical memories from when I was 11.
Oh.
And
a very good year.
Look, it says this book belongs to. So, right, whoever bids the highest, I'm gonna put that, and I'm gonna sign my name. I'm gonna sign everybody's name from Scandal, and it'll be authentic almost.
Low.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall I keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. Act 2. Interior Quinn Perkins and Associate Conference Room. Day. Marcus unloads stacks of folders from 2 bankers' boxes and passes them to Quinn, Abby, Charlie, and Huck, who open them and peek inside the photos of various young African-American girls.
219 missing Black girls ignored by the press, the cops, everyone, and that's just in the past year.
This is criminal.
Fitz agrees. He asked us to make some noise. We do our jobs. Everyone and their uncles will know who these girls are, and they'll be out there looking for them.
How much does it pay?
Early.
What? We got a wedding to pay for. You got to save the day, right?
Is Liv getting the White House involved?
Said if we get enough traction, she'll have Melly make a statement.
First thing we need is a face.
Why not 219 faces?
219 missing girls is just an idea. People can ignore an idea. What we need is an individual, a poster girl, someone who will get the public's attention.
Question is, who?
And with that, we smash to Quinn Perkins and Associates Conference Room. Day as Abby slaps a photo of a Black girl on the wall.
Claudia Lopez, 17 years old, from Fort Myers, vanished during her lunch break at the Gettysburger, where she was Employee of the Month.
Meanwhile, Quinn scans Claudia's folder, shakes her head.
She dropped out of high school after being held back for spotty attendance.
So what, we're saying she was irresponsible? Employee of the month.
Doesn't matter. Whoever we pick has to be squeaky clean.
No go. So we time lapse through 15 more girls' headshots being added to the wall, more discussions, head shaking. Eventually we slow down for another slap.
Hannah Martell, 16 years old from Galveston, went missing while at the mall with her friends.
Huck looks up from his laptop and shakes his head.
Lost her private school scholarship after being caught smoking cigarettes at a dance.
She lost her scholarship? I got caught smoking at a school dance and got detention. Okay, next.
Another time lapse, 20 more photos go up, then slap.
Quanisha Turner, honorable student at Bishop High School in Cincinnati, disappeared.
No good.
What are you kidding me? She's like the perfect poster
People
child.
hear Quenisha and stop listening. We need a name that sounds white.
Anyone else grossed out by all this?
Yeah, we're all grossed out by this, but this is what it's going to take to get America to pay attention.
Our girl's in here somewhere. She has to be.
The team turns back to the files, putting up more photos and more, and we time lapse to 80, where finally a weary slap.
Zoe Adams, 15-year-old from Baltimore, Rangerette, last seen at dance practice with her troupe, the Tutu Crew.
Straight A student.
Everybody exchanges looks. Well, that's actually perfect.
Marcus, reach out to your press contacts, get Zoe's story out there. Huck, Charlie, verify her background, double check those school records.
You read the Baltimore PD's case file?
AB shakes her head.
Wouldn't expect them to be helpful.
I'll get David on it.
And as the team scatters purposefully, we go to the White House East Room where the summit is underway. Mellie sits between Rashad and Prime Minister Nazari, the Dakali leader. Liv stands behind watching, as do Bashrani and Dakali aides. Prime Minister Nazari's older than Rashad, and stares at the proposed agreement with a pair of reading glasses.
This is very thorough.
Well, the conditions listed in the document, Prime Minister Nazari, are an attempt to level the playing field, a sign of good faith that shows that even before we begin negotiations, both Bashran and Dakal stand to gain equally as a result of signing this treaty.
A lovely notion.
Mellie and Rashad share a smile, and Liv clocks it.
Too bad it's complete bunk.
He throws a folder down on a side table.
This is how you want to begin? With insults?
That document is the insult. What sort of fool do you take me for?
I would tell you, but there are women present.
President Rashad.
I know you, son. You're a child and you're greedy. So I know that no matter what it says on that paper, we are not starting on a level playing field. What do you offer him to get him to come to the table?
Happening because President Rashad requested it, because it is time there was peace.
This summit is happening because the United States will not be happy until they are the only ones with the big bombs. You two made some sort of bargain at that state dinner. You are conspiring. You know, I miss your husband, Madam President. He at least would do me the courtesy of looking me in the eye when he tried to screw me.
You will apologize.
Sit down.
Nazari is actually surprised at the reaction.
A gentleman. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe there was no bargain. Maybe the lady's charms were enough.
What? Rashad could throttle the man, but Mellie doesn't blink.
Gentlemen, we have strayed off topic. I assure you, all grievances will be addressed on both sides, which will be much easier to do without resorting to schoolyard taunts. Now, may we proceed?
There is a clear "do not fuck with me" message in Mellie's tone, and we hold in this tense beat. And then we smash a White House Oval Office day, a heated Mellie interest trailed by Liv.
I want a list of proposed sanctions against Dakal on my desk in an hour. We need to show Nazari in full detail what is going to happen should he choose to continue being uncooperative.
So we're resorting to threats then already?
We want this done. We don't have much of a choice. You saw that man there, the nerve.
What I saw, Madam President, was a man who is frustrated and skeptical and suspicious.
Which is why cooler heads are not going to prevail today.
Nazari doesn't trust or believe anything you say. Why would he?
And now Mellie's glaring at Liv, knowing full well what Olivia's getting at, a beat.
You invited President Rashad here. You threw him a great big fancy state dinner. You've been lauding his achievements, his generosity in the press ever since. You've been working with him behind closed doors, just the two of you.
What exactly is your point?
And it's obvious what's happening here, and not just to me.
Melly scoffs, incredulous.
Don't be ridiculous, Olivia.
Tell me I'm wrong.
There's nothing to tell.
Well, and that was forceful. They stand there eyeing each other until Olivia takes a breath, deciding not to press.
We do not need sanctions. We do not need threats. All we need is some convincing. Nazari has to believe that Rashad isn't getting any special treatment. It can look like the two of you are a team. It can't look like the two of you are a team. You think you can do that? Good. Make sure Rashad can do it too.
And with that, she heads out, off Melly watching Olivia go, knows she's right. Glacken penthouse hallway. Cyrus, backed by 2 Secret Service agents, stands in front of a white wall and a giant stainless steel door with a sleek black rectangle in the center looking confounded because there's no doorbell. He's searching all around, looking up and down the door when a rectangle light lights up with a video image of Fenton Glackland. It's a bulky virtual reality headset. And as he speaks, Cyrus jumps back.
Oh, Vice President Bean. Oh, this is an unexpected treat. Just a second.
And the cuckoo banana Star Trekkiness of this is written all over Cy's face as the door slides open, revealing Fenton. Tommy Bahama shirt, Vibram shoes, still wearing the headset.
Mr. Glackland.
Hey, did you get my present?
Would you mind if
Oh, sorry. Yeah, right. Sorry. Come in.
Fenton pulls off the headset, grins. Cyrus doesn't move, but can't help sneaking a curious look into Fenton's digs.
Look, your gift was very generous. The painting is incredible, but I can't accept it.
Of course you can. I gave it to you.
Mr. Glackland?
Oh, call me Fenton. Or Fancy. I mean, that's what they call me at MIT.
Fenton. But you're aware that there are laws that forbid me as vice president to accept gifts of any value, much less the gift of $100 million Cezanne.
Oh, right. Oh, well, that's too bad. I really wanted you to have it.
A beat as Cyrus clearly thinks, yeah, me too. Fenton shrugs.
I can get you my office address and you can have it shipped back there.
Hey, I'm sorry, that's the other thing. I'm sure it needs to be transported by special movers and insured, and I can't pay for that out of my office budget. That's taxpayer money.
Oh, of course. I'll have my assistant make arrangements then, and sorry if I put you in an awkward position.
No, it's okay. It's just it was a nice thought.
I mean, it was, wasn't it? I mean, especially after you're a real jerk to me.
That was pointed, yet cheerful somehow.
Hey, I do want to apologize.
Waves us up.
It's okay. Forget about it. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not cut out for politics. All that ass kissing, try not to say what you mean, though. Now, think about it. You're not too great at either of those yourself.
I guess you're right. I should be off. Okay, let you get back to whatever you got going on in there.
Oh, no. You want to try it?
No, I couldn't possibly.
What, put this idiotic thing on your head? No, sure you can. Come on, try it.
Yeah, I have a lot on my plate today, and that's
Cyrus, you're making me pay to take back the Cezanne I gave you. So the least you can do is try out my embarrassing glasses.
Fair's fair.
All right. Yeah, half an hour tops.
You ever been inside a medieval castle?
Of course not.
You're about to.
Off a trepidatious Cyrus stepping across Glackland's threshold, we cut to White House Olivia's office. Olivia's nose is in the State Department briefing book when Lucy knocks on the door jamb.
The former press secretary is here to see you, and I have Curtis Price on line too.
Former press secretary, you mean Marcus Walker?
Lucy nods, gets a wary look in her eye, then
send him in and tell Mr. Price I'm unavailable. In fact, whenever Mr. Price calls, I'm unavailable.
Lucy nods, goes. A moment later, Marcus appears.
Hey.
What are you doing here?
Not a warm greeting.
Nice to see you too. I thought I'd pop in and see Melly, but Rachel said I had to get a hall pass from you.
What do you need?
Just want to see how she's doing. How is she doing?
She's busy.
Sure, but there's no way you can squeeze me in between meetings. 30 seconds. Come on.
Unlike the major nuclear summit President Grant's currently dealing with, this is not a negotiation.
And with that, Olivia returns to her briefing and Marcus hovers.
Picked the girl, by the way. Zoe Adams, 15, Baltimore native.
I think she's going to make a great face for the case, for the cause.
I'm glad to hear it.
Right. Well, if you have a minute, maybe you could drop by the office, get your hands dirty.
This is my office, and my hands are plenty dirty.
Fair enough.
He heads for the door. Olivia eyes him, wondering.
How's Vermont?
Turns back.
Cold, white.
No, I mean, how's Fitz in Vermont?
Cold, white. He misses you.
So this newfound passion for missing Black girls is just what, an excuse to see me?
Yes, no. Look, if it means that you're able to bring even one of these girls home, who cares?
Check in tomorrow. I may be able to squeeze you in for a few minutes with the president.
Appreciate it.
Marcus leaves. Olivia sits there a beat, thinking, stewing, wrestling, so many questions, so many feelings. Finally,
Lucy?
Lucy enters.
Zoe Adams, missing teen from Baltimore. I want to know everything about her.
Yes, ma'am.
She leaves, off Olivia getting pulled towards Fitz, letting down her guard. And we end Act 2.
Ow!
Oh.
I'm Ken Jung, and I am just so honored to join this amazing cast of Scandal in support of Western North Carolina and surrounding areas devastated by Hurricane Helene. And like Bellamy, I myself grew up in North Carolina, and this is obviously a situation and a cause near and dear to my heart. And this is all going to benefit the United Way Helps North Carolina Fund, managed by the United Way of North Carolina. And our next item is this beautiful shirt that I am wearing tonight. And I am literally going to give you the shirt off my back, sign it, and ship it out. And you text shirt24 to 41444 and donate what you think this fabulous prize is worth. And the highest bidder wins, and we'll announce this as well as all the items at the end of the reading. So again, text shirt24 to 41444.
A shirt right off your back.
The
Wow.
shirt right off my back.
I
got to put on my props, guys. I got to get.
Okay, you go.
Oh, go,
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, an actor acts, guys. An actor acts. No laughing. How dare
With
you.
props.
I was
With
in The Hangover.
props.
How dare you?
God.
And on that happy note, Act 3, Glackman Penthouse Living Room Night. What kind of a place would a gay tech mogul rent in DC? This kind of place. Arched white ceilings, exposed brick, art in the form of cool concept designs, prototypes, photos. Cy and Fenton stand on a fluffy rug, both in full VR getup. Headset, vest, trackers on wrists, ankles, gloves. Clearly, they've been at this for, more than half an hour.
Okay, I'll divert his fire, and you stab him as soon as his stomach's exposed. Okay? Now, cut him.
Then strikes a dragon diverting pose as Cyrus makes an awkward series of sword slicing motions, and they look absurd.
I got him. Oh, no. Our horses are running away.
He looks around wildly, then bolts crashing into Fenton.
Oh, Nelly. You all right?
Fenton takes off his headset, and Cyrus does the same. He's flushed and wild-eyed, almost giddy. With the mask off, he looks at Fenton, and then at himself, suddenly embarrassed.
Oh my God, who am I?
Come on, admit it. You were enjoying that.
I'll never admit that at this age. My pride is all that I have left.
Fenton flops down on the couch, winded. Cyrus follows suit.
If you want to know the truth, I'm surprised to hear you say that.
No, don't flatter me, Fancy. I'm immune.
Oh, I'm not flattering you. I'm just surprised to hear you say all that because it seems like all your dirty laundry's been aired. You know, your ex-hubby got custody of your kid, for God's sakes, and I mean, you must have been a bad, bad boy.
Cyrus bristles.
What time is it? I should get going.
Oh, no, hold up. I'm sorry. Don't get all defensive. I meant that in a good way.
How's that?
No, I'm just saying you're not some professional, pretty person who got voted in because you have a kindly wife and 2.5 kids and a bunch of swing voters liked your smile. No, you're a real human, Cyrus, warts and all. And you're a career politician, and you got there on your own merits. I mean, honestly, you're the one who got me thinking maybe I should give politics a go.
Come on. I do have a nice smile.
You have much more than that, Cyrus.
And Fenn's giving Cyrus a soulful look, and his hand is wandering over on top of Cyrus's knee.
I don't know. What do you say we do this on the regular? Just, I mean, you teaching me about politics, me getting under your skin, and I don't know. I think we could learn a lot from each other.
And Cyrus is frozen there, deer in the headlights, until he realizes what the hell is happening, what the hell he's allowed to have happen, and then he's up off that sofa onto his feet.
Thank you for a lovely evening. I really should get going.
Ben just smiles, clearly enjoying the wildly uncomfortable look Cyrus is wearing across his face right now. And so a red-faced Cyrus heads out, off Fenzi, watching him go. Washington, D.C. daybreak, every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you. Interior David's office morning, vanishingly slim file to Abby.
Baltimore PD's case file.
Abby opens it to see it's barely a couple of pages.
There's nothing in here. The police didn't do anything.
You know you didn't have to come all the way here. I could have sent it over.
I know. I wanted to come. I owe you an apology for the other night. I might have overreacted.
I see.
Yeah.
You've had a second to think about it and reconsider.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I get it. I mean, we don't have to jump right into anything. Let's start slow. Dinner. Let it go wherever it wants to go from there.
No. What? It's not going. Never mind. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Okay, you're doing it again. The thing you came to apologize for in the first place.
Thank you for the file.
She leaves, off David disappointed. Once again, we cut to Quinn Perkins and Associates conference room morning, where Liv stands outside the conference room, staring at the wall of all the photos of missing girls, taking in the enormity of it all. The scope of it all is overwhelming and heartbreaking. Behind her, Abby steps off the elevator with the police reports, flanked by Quinn, Huck, Marcus, and Charlie mid-conversation.
Look, I'm all about pro bono. I love pro bono. The more pro bonos, the better, as long as we get paid.
Stop.
They stop in their tracks at the sight of Olivia. They almost whisper the way you do when you don't want to scare off a deer or like some small animal.
What is she doing here?
I invited her.
What? When? Yesterday, and now I'm here. I can hear you.
That shuts him up.
How's it going with Zoe?
We tried drawing attention to her story with a couple press releases, but no one's reached out.
Liv nods. That's what she was expecting.
That's because you don't need a story. You need a storyteller.
She pulls out a photo of the dossier, slaps it on the board next to Zoe's photo, and that's Zoe's mom, Nora Adams.
A missing girl can't speak, but a mother can. Nora Adams is attractive. She goes to church. She put herself through school after her husband died serving his country.
Do you think she'll be game?
Huck sat down his laptop and started typing.
She's already written blogs, set up web pages, and opened a dozen social media accounts to help look for Zoe. Staged a week-long vigil outside City Hall, written to the governor, even reached out to former President Grant.
So yeah, I'd say we have a shot.
People can't identify with a missing girl, but they will identify with a determined mother. You want results? Put her out there. Let her tell Zoe's story.
Olivia starts to walk out.
Do that, and I'll make sure she gets all the press she needs.
Quinn turns to thank her, but Olivia's already out the door.
This means she's on the case.
Sure seems like it. Off the team, grateful and confused. Quinn Perkins and Associates elevator lobby. Liv moves towards the elevator, an extra pep in her step, but then she slows to a stop because the elevator doors have opened and out steps Fitz. He's flanked by his 2 security service agents and pleasantly surprised to see Liv.
Liv, didn't expect to see you here.
I had a few minutes. Thought I'd pitch in. What?
Nothing, just you in this office. Feels like old times.
And when Fitz says old times, that instantly means sex all over the time, everywhere. An awkward beat as memories flood in.
We should have a drink. before I head back to Rutland. Or we can keep meeting outside elevators.
Let's see how the summit turns out.
Better than a no, and they stand there breathing. It's clear they're both feeling the ache.
I have to.
Sure. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Olivia lowers her head and pushes past him into the elevator. We stay with Fitz as she goes, watching her, feeling like this case is really summoning her better angels. As we time cut to Quinn Perkins and Associates conference room, where Quinn and Marcus are with a worn and tired Nora Adams, a woman who hasn't slept much in months, haunted. Still, there's a mama bear fierceness to her. Fitz hangs back, inconspicuous, as Nora tells her story.
My baby is just out there, scared, hurt, or worse. And the strangest part is the world, it just keeps going. Folks are getting groceries, they go to work, they laugh at jokes. How can they do that? It's like no one even cares.
We care about your daughter and every one of these girls.
Which is why we need your help.
Nora's carefully taking in the face of every missing girl on the wall, one by one. Marcus and Quinn wait for a response, but Nora just stares.
This is an uphill battle. The media, local police, the public, you're right, they don't care.
Oh my God.
They haven't been listening.
And Fitz steps forward, all white knight optimism.
But we can make them care. We can make them listen. You can make them. And we're here to help you do that. Let us fight for your daughter. For each one of these girls.
Right?
Yes, us. Together.
And Nora sizes up this righteous ex-pres and pronounces,
I've been fighting this whole time. It's about time you showed up.
Marcus and Quinn throw worried looks at Fitz, but he doesn't look fazed. Off Fitz and Nora's earnest, uneasy partnership. Price of Power dressing room. Interior. Curtis is going over some notes as Olivia enters. He glances up at her briefly and then returns to his notes.
I'm sorry I didn't return your call.
Calls. I thought I'd invite you out for dinner.
It's been really busy with the summit.
Doesn't matter. I changed my mind. I don't eat leftovers.
Oh, that was loaded. She decides to go full business route.
There's a woman named Nora Adams whose 15-year-old daughter went missing a few months ago. She's been trying to get media attention, but her child is Black, so...
Yeah, no, I know. I pitched a piece to my producers on sex trafficking in the Latino community, but there wasn't airtime for it due to the crazy election cycle. At least that was their excuse.
So then you understand how important this is.
I do. But to whom?
Excuse me?
The other night, he said he needed your help on a case. I'm guessing this is the case.
Your point being?
Is this issue important to you or to him?
Are you interested in helping or being petty?
What if Fitzgerald Grant appeared with her?
Curtis.
Former president by her side, I can sell Nora's story to the audience and, more importantly, to my producers. You know I'm right.
I'll see what I can do.
Off Curtis watching Liv go, we cut to the White House Oval Office night where Mellie and President Rashad sit side by side on the sofa, each with a drink in their hand.
Has anyone ever told you you have the most bracing taste in alcohol?
A powerful leader needs a powerful drink. That woman goes down easier.
Well, I'll need at least one more if I'm to keep from clobbering that disgusting old bastard with a chair.
Oh, which would not advance our cause.
So she pours him another.
That he would speak to you that way.
I appreciate your outrage, but I don't need you to stand up for me. If we're going to get anywhere with Nazari at all, he can't see us as a united front. I'm here to facilitate these talks. I need to seem impartial.
Are you? Impartial.
It's more than a little loaded. It might be the hooch or it might be the proximity, but something's happening here.
Same as though I am.
Rashad downs his second glass, starts coughing. Mellie reaches to take the glass from his hand.
Okay. Maybe that's enough.
Yeah. Okay. I think I think I could stand a little more.
Dang, it's getting hot in here. And just when we think it's going to get even hotter, Rashad, let's go with the glass.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps you're right. Until tomorrow, Madam President.
Melly just nods because if she were to open her mouth, she'd ask him to stay, which would surely be disaster. And the second he's at the door, Melly takes one more big swig of hooch and she looks up at the portrait of Victoria Woodhull.
Help me.
And off Melly summoning all the strength she can muster, we end Act 3.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right.
Good job. Good job.
Bellamy.
God, you guys, I love each of you so much. I love my cast so much. This is like giving me all the feels. I love everybody that's here with us tonight, wherever you are, all around the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's my turn now to tell you about some things that, you know, you might want to be a part of. I don't know. I hope so, because we are raising money for Western North Carolina to be able to rebuild and recover and restore after being absolutely decimated by Hurricane Helene. So thank you so much. Whatever you can give, we are so grateful. And we hope that we're giving you in return a little love and a little joy and a good giggle or two. So this, I will remind you that if you text Bellamy 41444, I shall take you to lunch here in the city of New York. I would love to do that. I think minimum bid is 75 and it's going to be a sweepstakes. So somebody will be selected to win. You can give as much as you like. And I can't wait to take you out because it means the world to me. Really. I wish I could take each one of you out, but that wouldn't help Asheville very much because we want to help Asheville. Okay. And now I should also say, because I that it's a free shipping if you live in the United States. That I should have said before. And that your generosity is going to support the Western North Carolina Disaster Fund that's being overseen by United Way of North Carolina. And you know what amazing work they do. I've worked with United Way since I was like a baby in Asheville. And I mean, I'm 100 years old, so I don't know if this will resonate with anybody else out there, but we used to get, you know how you get those like individual milks, little tiny milk cartons that you just get to drink for yourself? We got those, but they had a little slit in them for donations. And we would, that was what we did for Halloween. We would always collect money for United Way when I was growing up. So, and like on top of this being next level, I am a full heart with my Scandal family and with my Scandal family everywhere. It's also very meaningful that we get to support the work of the United Way. And now I get to tell you about the third act commercial break auction item, which is from the amazing Kindness Campaign. I don't know if you know about the Kindness Campaign. I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to show you the cuteness that's in the box that will be coming to you, winner of this item. Here we go. The Kindness Campaign was founded in 2015 by CEO Andra Lynement after a tragedy struck a dear friend and a family. She said, I wanted to do something to make a change in the world. Teaming up with teachers, creatives, and other experts in the field of emotional health, Andra founded the Kindness Campaign, a nonprofit focused on teaching social emotional learning skills in fun, engaging ways. So I'm going to show you a book that's called Nuffy Finds His Superpowers. And that part was written in yellow, so I had to get it in the light. She released it officially on World Kindness Day in November of 2024, so just like a second ago. And it tells the origin story of their mascot, the Nuffy Buddy, who you're about to meet, who reminds everyone that they're enough. Big job for a little buddy. But here we go. Here's what's in the box. First of all, I won't open these. I was going to put them on, but I thought they're yours. So you get to be your own Nuffy Buddy. Let me get it towards the camera. And then here's this guy.
So
very,
cute.
very cute.
Very
Come on.
He's pretty sweet, I have to say.
Oh.
And also these two wonderful books, A Nuffy Buddy Finds His Superpower and I Am Enough, which is a journal, I believe. So you can, it has many beautiful prompts where you can help remind yourself that you are enough, because I know you already know, but we all need reminding time and time again. I'm going to sign this fun one here, so you'll have that. And you know what? I'm gonna take it with me because I'm gonna see Scott and Tony soon. I'm gonna make this. I didn't ask them, but it's true. So please text TKC24 to 4144. It's going to be written down there for those of you like me who can't remember sequences of letters and numbers like that. But it's an auction, y'all. Tell me what you think to get to squeeze this one and the book and everything, and just most of all to support Western North Carolina. This is really I'm proud to support the kindness campaign, but this is just a thank you for supporting Western North Carolina. So on we go with the show.
Thank you, Bellamy. Act 4, Interior White House, Cyrus's office night. Cyrus sprawls in a chair drinking, staring at the Cezanne.
Oh, Cyrus, you should have told me you wanted to do art.
He looks to see Melly in the doorway, shoes off, still flushed from her encounter with Rashad. She casually eyes the painting.
I gotta have gotten you something. This is the White House, Cyrus. You can't just buy cheap prints online and call it a day. You're the vice president. Oh my God. Oh, Cyrus. Oh, what on earth? This is real?
No, it's a gift from Fenton.
Clackland?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, Cyrus, he wants you so bad. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here, give me.
And she's reaching for Cyrus's booze, pouring herself a drink, then dragging over a chair and plopping down.
Okay. Just tell me everything, because this is so exciting. You two, Clackland and Bean. Ooh, it has a name. It's like a power couple.
Madam President, you have uttered many, many objectionable things to me, but that is by far the worst.
But I am just saying, like, maybe it's time for
What? Throwing in the towel?
What are you talking about?
Man is beneath me.
He gave you a Cezanne.
And
maybe you shouldn't be so quick to dismiss him based on what exactly?
did you see my ex-husband? Did you catch his face? I can't go from that to that. I have standards.
I know you do.
I will not lower them.
Oh no, you shouldn't, Cyrus. No, for anything. I'm sorry. Forget I said anything.
She sips her drink and watches as Cyrus calms.
Arrogance it must take for them men to believe. Oh my God, yeah.
Long beat. They all sit there drinking. Then
Making me feel twitchy inside.
Cyrus turns.
President Rashad,
Oh.
I am the leader of the free world, and yet it is hard to for me to think about anything but the two of us upstairs having a little summit of our own, the things I would let that man do to me, the places. I will not get graphic.
I appreciate that.
And anyway, I can't. Shouldn't. I'm president. It's, oh, God, it is intoxicating. Everyone always doing what I say. I start to think, well, I can do whatever I want, whoever I want. But that is what they all thought. All those old dead white guys with their mistresses and their child brides, the pigs, and now it's happening to me. It's a nightmare.
I never thought about it like that.
Well, now you do. Now you know you're not the only one with issues around here.
She looks at him a beat and then
camera down.
Then they crack the fuck up. Hysterical laughter because the ridiculousness of all this, it finally subsides and they both turn back to that damn Cezanne. A beat as they both admire it, then
Jeff, pull your camera down.
Jeff, fix your camera.
Pull your camera down.
I can't see
There
you.
you are. Oh my God.
We're dying here.
I saw your forehead for the whole
That was some of the best forehead acting I've
Not
seen in
fair.
a really, really long
Feeling all
time.
the scenes. I don't like it.
I know, just that shock of
That's
hair.
not cool.
I think his forehead is iconic. And I'm just so glad at least Glacklin has good taste.
And not just in his choice of art.
Off the two of them bemused and oddly reassured, we go to the Price of Power night where Nora Adams sits in front of Hot Light Studios, bravely telling her story to Curtis.
The police insisted she had just run away. They said it happens all the time, that she would turn up eventually. That was 3 months ago. I keep calling them, but
Nora shakes her head and she takes a moment to collect herself as we widen to reveal Fitz sitting next to her. Fitz places a comforting hand on Nora's shoulder.
they don't know my daughter. If they would just listen. Zoe is a good girl. She loves school. She loves to dance. Her recital was last week and missed it. She would never miss it. Unless my daughter, she's out there somewhere and she needs help and nobody seems to care. I just want my baby girl back.
It's a raw, moving appeal. Even the camera guy's affected.
Thank you for sharing your story with us today, Mrs. Adams. I can't imagine how difficult all of this must be. Gary, can we put up Zoe's picture and the tip line number?
A carefully chosen photo of Zoe and a toll-free phone number splash across the monitors.
Anyone who knows anything that might help locate Zoe Adams is encouraged to call this number. It's free and completely anonymous.
Thank you, Curtis. It's an unfortunate truth that there are girls of color like Zoe going missing every day in this country. Girls who aren't just slipping through the cracks, they're being ignored and forgotten outright.
I'd call that more than an unfortunate truth, Mr. President. I'd call that a national crisis.
I couldn't agree more.
Curtis nods, they're on the same page, or they were, because here comes the punch.
But something occurs to me. If it's a national crisis now, it was a crisis when you were still president. If time is of the essence in cases like these, why didn't your Justice Department do anything to shine a light on these missing girls?
Shots fired. Repeat, we have shots fired. Fitz hesitates for just a beat, not expecting the attack, but then...
I wasn't aware of the problem.
Blaming ignorance.
I am, as I'm sure many of your viewers would have before our talk tonight, because girls like Zoe aren't only being ignored by the justice system, they're being ignored by the press.
So you're saying the media is to blame for these girls going missing?
No, Curtis. I'm blaming the media for these girls staying missing. And for the fact that the only reason Zoe's picture's on TV tonight is because a rich white guy is sitting next to her mother right now.
Blam! Shots returned. Curtis is doing everything he can to maintain his composure, but that was a direct hit. Olivia's apartment night, where Olivia, glass of wine in hand, is taking a break from all the briefing books to watch her ex-bae duking it out with her current bae on live TV.
Curtis, I didn't come here to spar with you. I came here in hopes that your viewers could help us find Zoe Adams. That's why I'm here.
Fair enough. But what happens when you leave the studio tonight? When you go back to Vermont?
Who says I'm going back? My library will be in Vermont, but my foundation, my real work, it's in the cities, in Baltimore, Chicago, Atlanta, and right here in DC, which is why I'm back and why I'm strongly considering moving my foundation here permanently. Vermont can wait. Reuniting girls like Zoe with their families can't.
Off Olivia, not sure how she feels about Fitz sticking around, needing some clarity, needing some help. We go to Washington, D.C. daybreak. The cosmic ballet goes on. And now we're a museum workspace day where Rowan is seated at the Yuan Changosaurus's feet, lovingly treating its claws with a chemical solution while taking bites out of a croissant. He dips a brush into the jar and then applies it to the bones in gentle strokes.
I see you've opened a nail salon.
Rowan looks up to see Olivia entering and immediately puts him on guard, and he holds up the jar covering his fear.
Ethyl methacrylate. If I don't treat Annie's bones, they'll degrade. To what do I owe the honor?
I had a meeting at State. Thought I'd pop by, see if you're behaving yourself.
Huh.
Annie, huh?
I caught myself talking to her, decided she needed a name.
Slides his plate towards her.
Croissant?
Liv grabs one, takes a bite, then
I've been thinking about you a lot lately. How you used to come home at night when I was a kid, regale Mom and me with stories about the day you'd spent at the museum.
Old line.
Yeah, you were good at it. You figured it out.
Did I?
I'm sure there were times you could have left or come clean, but you didn't. You stuck it out. That tells me you thought it was worth it.
Rowan realizes what she's getting at.
You're asking if it's possible to be command and share your life with someone.
I'm not asking anything.
Rowan gives her a look. The charade's driving him crazy.
Let's forget for a moment that your mother was herself a spy. Do I regret falling in love with her? No. What I regret is the job.
I believe that.
Without the job, your mother would have had no reason to deceive me. Without the job, I'd have a relationship with my daughter instead of being at war with her. No, the path you're on is a lonely one.
But it doesn't have to be.
Sharing your life with Fitzgerald Grant may sound appealing.
Who said anything about Fitz?
I saw him on television last night. He's talking about staying. I know you, Olivia. You want to share your life with him and want me to say, oh, that's possible. Well, it's not. Not if you insist on being command.
My B613 isn't your B613. I've been saying that from the beginning.
Oh, please.
Just because you were miserable.
Damn it, Olivia, look at you. You're asking me for boy advice. Your own father. That's how alone you are. The people whose advice you normally seek, you can't go to them, not anymore, because they can't know the secret. They can't know that by night you oversee the most bloody band of murderers this world has ever known. I can. I've borne that secret. I understand. Well, that's why you're here. Because despite your contempt for me, I'm all you have. Just me, dear old dad. And when I'm gone, then what? You'll be talking to dinosaurs just like I am. If that's not reason enough to shutter B613, I don't know what is.
He struck a nerve and Liv doesn't like it. She heads for the door.
You don't have to like me, Olivia, but you're a fool if you don't learn from me.
And now she's gone. Rowan looks at the dinosaur.
See?
And with that, we cut to the White House East Wing hallway as Mellie rounds a corner to the way of the summit. Strong, confident, presidential. And then she sees something that slows her pace. Reverse to reveal Marcus chatting with an ND aide. The sight of this man makes her heart beat a little faster, but she doesn't have time for this. Plus, there's this whole Rashad thing. So Mellie looks around for an escape, but it's too late because now the aide has moved off and Marcus is looking at her now, smiling. And Mellie steels herself.
Marcus?
Silence, it's awkward and off-putting, particularly for Marcus. Finally,
Madam President. It's good to see you here. It's good to see you.
of course, a smile.
How is Vermont?
Hard for a lot of reasons.
And Marcus lets that hang there, and that pointed statement tortures Mellie a little more, so she deflects.
When do you go back to Vermont?
I just got here.
That's not what I mean, I didn't.
I kind of thought you would be happy to see me.
I am.
I wish I could tell.
I got a few things on my mind right now. So, like, brokering peace in the Middle East.
That backs Marcus up.
You're right. I'm sorry. I know you're busy. I don't know.
It's clear Marcus is a little stung by the space between them, and Mellie sees it.
I have to go, but I do want to catch up soon. Okay?
Mellie, you tell me if something changed.
Tosses another smile.
It's good to see you, Marcus.
Mellie gives Marcus a light touch on the arm, a comforting, albeit friendly one. She starts off.
Good luck, Madam President.
And then she's gone. Marcus lingers in the hallway, unable to shake the feeling that he was just rejected. Off Marcus, his loneliness killing him, we time cut to the White House East Room. We're in the middle of round 2 of the summit, all the players in attendance. Melly, Rashad, Nazari, Olivia standing back.
Prime Minister Nazari, I believe we have a point that needs to be cleared up before we can proceed.
I'm all ears.
You were correct. There was a bargain made the night of the state dinner.
Of course there was. This isn't news.
An American spy was captured while doing reconnaissance in Bashran.
Well, now you have my attention.
Behind
Madam
Olivia.
President,
Go ahead.
but this is unnecessary.
In order to secure his release, I agreed to host the summit.
Nazari looks at Rashad, trying to evaluate the situation.
You could have asked for anything. Why this?
Because you and I don't like each other, which is unlikely to change. But I don't believe that means my people should live in fear of annihilation, and neither should yours.
Considers.
The treaty stipulates periodic inspections of our nuclear facilities. Would you agree to allow Dakali inspectors into your facilities?
If you were to allow Bashrani inspectors into yours, yes, I would agree to those terms.
That was a test, and Nazari's impressed by the answer.
Well, Madam President, I believe we can proceed.
But before he gets another word out, the doors burst open. Rashad's security detail hurriedly rush him out of the room.
What is this? What's happening?
Aga lazım bayar. Şurashiyen ve teladide hamla karain. Bozudi gastrok taşıge begenonan. Ma bayar şabra verodrada. Babaredim.
The shock of the moment. The shock of the moment spreads as Melly and Nazari look to their own people.
Olivia?
Livy looks at Mel as Jake enters. He pulls Liv aside.
Just happened.
Rebels have entered the Bashran capital.
I need you to keep eyes on President Rashad.
This was a coup, Liv. Rashad isn't president of anything anymore.
And off this major international clusterfuck, we end Act 4. Oi!
All right, this is me. This is me and you, Kerry. You gotta. Oh, it's a dinosaur. Gladiators. Look at that dinosaur moving across Kerry's screen. Apparently, it's alive, and it is also up for auction. It's a puzzle. There are the instructions. It looks like is it completely put together, Kerry? They won't get to put it together. Did you do that?
No, I was confused. So we have the one that's put together, and then this is your inspiration, and then we have the puzzle, and I'll sign both. So you can get the one that I did not put together, but somebody who is close to me did, and then this one.
Close to you as in nearby or friendly?
My heart and in my vicinity.
Room.
Inspiration.
Well, gladiators, if you want to bid on this dinosaur, this fantastic, held by the Kerry Washington dinosaur, text Dino, D-I-N-O 24, Dino 24 to 41444 and donate like you want to own a dinosaur. The highest bidder wins and will be announced at the end of the reading. Start your bidding. Are you signing right now? Stop it. Stop it, people.
You're seeing this live.
This is truly, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Look at this. Look at this. I have known her for years and did not know she could write. And so this is a major revelation that you can own a part of.
So rude. Okay, so guys, text. And they say the actors act, right? Actors act. I don't know if you've heard that before, Scott.
Tension. There's tension in the room.
Oh my.
Whoa.
Cool.
Getting hot in here.
Always.
Always.
All right, so text Dino24 to 41444 if you want to bid on this because it's very, very cool.
Yeah. Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. This brings us to Act 5. White House Old Cool Night. Jake is building a stressed out live video footage of the rebels storming a building.
They've seized control of the palace. State's getting calls asking to recognize the rebel leader as the new president of Bashran.
How did we not see this coming? This is not a handful of drunks cutting throats in the middle of the night. This is a highly organized, highly coordinated coup. There should have been chatter. We could have taken action instead of just
following your ex-boyfriend around. We don't need agents, Liv. I don't know how many times I have to say it. If we had them, I wouldn't have missed this. But you need to make up your mind, Liv. Are you command or someone's girl? You can't be both.
Off Liv feeling the pressure, we cut to Quinn Perkins and Associate Conference Room Night, where Quinn, Huck, Charlie, Abby, Fitz, and Marcus are gathered. Fitz's security detail standing by. Quinn's flipping through the news channels on TV, frustrated. It's nothing but reports on the coup.
Is wall-to-wall Bashran, not a single mention of Grant versus Price.
The boy got a couple of solid punches, but the look you gave him when he tried to cut you off for commercial, well, I made a gif of it.
It was impressive, sir. Would have been top of the news if not for this coup.
Quinn shuts up the TV and shakes her head.
We are not giving up, okay? Nora kept going even though nobody was listening, and we have a president in our arsenal. We dig back into this case file and find Zoe ourselves if we have to.
The team sits up motivated, and Marcus turns to Fitz.
We need Melly on this. I tried to fear today, but it didn't go so well.
I'll handle it.
Fitz determined to help these girls and protect the progress he's made with Olivia. We cut to White House Oval Office night as Olivia enters to find a fired up Millie on the phone.
You are not to recognize them. I understand that, Secretary, but Bashran already has a leader, a president, and I am going to make sure that it stays that way.
And with that, she hangs up and comes around to Olivia, who's just been standing there watching her.
I want the Joint Chiefs of Staff, along with State and Defense here first thing in the morning, the CIA director as well.
Are you sure you want to do that, Madam President?
There is a very real possibility we are going to have to send troops to Bashran to put down this coup.
Hey, that is a relief.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
It's a possibility. You can be talked out of a possibility. A possibility is not a certainty, and for that, I am relieved.
Ellie just stands there.
A U.S. military intervention in Bashran would not be wise, Madam President. It would undermine our efforts in the Middle East, antagonize our enemies, not to mention represent a massive shift in our foreign policy.
I disagree. We send in troops, we reinstate Rashad as the rightful president, and we'd actually be reinforcing our efforts in the Middle East. Until then, we have to grant Rashad sanctuary, of course.
Sanctuary?
Sanctuary.
Ellie, you need to be very careful.
We can't send him back, Olivia. Not now. Where is your humanity?
He's no longer a leader. He has effectively become irrelevant to the United States.
The rebels will kill him.
Our hands are tied.
Well, we need to untie them.
By going to war? I can't let you do that.
Millie shakes her head. She wants to rage right now because she's the damn president, not you, Olivia. But because saying that really doesn't work with Liv, Millie decides to suck in all the rage and as calm as she can be.
Table, Olivia. You and I, we got him there. He was at the table with DeCall, ready to forego his nuclear capabilities and make peace with his enemy. We found a solution to a problem this country has been wrestling with for over 50 years because of him. If that isn't worth fighting for, going to war for, then you tell me what is.
Olivia takes it in. Millie's logic, it's hard to argue with.
You want to do this for the country.
No. I want to do this for the world.
And now Olivia's just staring at her for a long, long beat. She wants to believe her. She needs to believe her. She does believe her, right? But then Olivia turns on her heel, starts to go. Millie's eyes are confused.
Olivia.
I need to think about it.
And she keeps walking off. Olivia in her head. Time cut to Olivia's apartment where Liv is pacing and drinking and trying to wrangle her overactive mind. And there's a knock at the door. And Liv opens it to find Fitz standing there backed by his two agents. A couple of hours ago, she would have been happy to see him. Now he's an unwelcome reminder of how messed up she feels.
Hi.
What?
No hi?
Is it? What do you want?
This revolt in Bashran is dominating the news cycle just when we were getting traction on the missing girls story.
You want me to hit the undo button on a revolution?
I want you to talk to Melly, see if she'll make a statement, hold an event in the Rose Garden.
You share custody of a child. You're her ex-husband and the ex-president of the United States. You don't need my help to talk to Melly.
I do when you control her. I know how this works. You're the power.
Fitz is prodding here. Liv eyes him a beat.
Why are you here?
I told you.
You didn't. You deflected. One of the many tools in your political arsenal, tools I handed you. So stop trying to use them on me and answer my
I
question.
need your help with this case.
Goldwyn is more than capable of
It's a
dealing.
great cause and it's being overshadowed by Bashran.
Stop lying.
So you're passing the buck, abandoning the missing girls?
You need to leave.
I'm leaving.
Leave. Now.
I'm not going anywhere.
Why are you here?
Because you are here. Because I love you.
A standoff, angry heat between them, pulsing in the room.
You are here. Right where you need to be. You're running the world. I ran the world too. And everything that went wrong happened when we weren't together. Everything. Without you, I was better with you. You're better with me. You know that. I know you know that. Olivia, tell me you know that.
There's a long beat as Olivia stands there wrestling with that notion. Does she? Does she really, truly know that? Oh, and it's all tense and real and hot as suddenly she grabs his face and kisses him. He kisses her back. So maybe she does. Maybe she does know that indeed, if what they're doing right now is any indication, and as all good things, oh, let's start to get a sizzling, just like the good old times of yesteryear. We end Act 5.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
So hot. So
No
Whoa.
tongue.
Caliente.
Nice.
Turn on some air conditioning.
It is getting hot up in here, and unfortunately, I have to be the C block.
Ah,
This one.
Jason.
And
Wow.
it's not happening right now because we have to recap everything that you have a chance to win, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I am not from the Scandal cast, although I always wanted to be. Never got the look. I don't know why.
Love
Nobody put me on the show. I'm not upset about it. It's all good. It's all good. I love you all anyway. But I am born and raised in Virginia Beach, Virginia, about 15 minutes from the North Carolina border. So as soon as Bells hollered at me about this, I jumped on it and wanted to be here. And I'm so glad that you're all here. So to recap the things that you could possibly get from these auctions today. First up is the big one, the big kahuna herself, lunch with Bellamy Young in New York City. If you can get into the sweepstakes if you donate a minimum of $75 by texting Bellamy to 4144. Once again, that's Bellamy. Oddly, I don't know why they chose that, to 4144. Next, we have
41444.
41444. Right. 4 4s. 41444.
4 4s.
And next, we have the Cezanne Boy in the Red Vest notebook signed by Jeff Perry, along with, what was it, Jeff? A whole bunch of insights from your youth. And
Yes, I think there will be a short novella from Jeff Perry.
And I think somebody doing a picture of the top of Jeff's forehead in there as well. I think Jeff's forehead will be embossed on the front of the notebook. You can have that as well by texting.
I want that.
Right. Now the cast is bidding. See, you waited too long. Now the cast is throwing in money on this.
Come on.
But to get Jeff Perry's notebook, the Cezanne notebook, you can text notebook 24 to, once again, 41444. Top bid wins. After that, we have, Ken Jeong is an American treasure.
Yes, he
Which means that shirt is going to be archived for posterity at the Smithsonian someplace.
Smithsonian.
But you can have it if you text shirt 24 to 41444. He will literally give you the shirt off his back, as was stated earlier. And then we've got, and this one is perhaps my actual favorite. I may actually literally bid on this because it's the most adorable thing ever. The Kind Campaign's Enoughy Buddy. In the books, as you can see Bellamy modeling them right now. The Enoughy Buddy, which is, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's adorable. It's blue. It has antennae. And it's enough, even though nobody knows what it is. It knows what it is. It's enough. Enoughy, buddy. And you can get that by texting TKC24 to 41444. That's TKC24 to 41444. And last but not least, there's a dinosaur.
My favorite.
With the signature. Joe Morton wants this. Joe Morton was, he's used to working with big ones, but
that thing is great.
See, Kerry's modeling. Carrie in her spare time is a puppeteer. She worked with the Henson Company, and you can get the signed the puzzle and the dinosaur. So you just have to text Dino DINO 24 Dino 24 to 41444. Again, the top bid wins. So. All the winners are going to be announced by Bellamy at the end of the reading, which is in like a couple of minutes. I'm not really wearing a watch. I don't know I did that. So get your bids in now. Get your donations in now. You know the money's going to a good cause. It's the whole reason why you're here. Do good and do well at the same time.
Let's finish this thing.
Thank you, Jason. Act 6. Interior Olivia's apartment. Morning. We find Olivia and Fitz in bed. He's sleeping. She's awake, typing furiously on her laptop, typing and occasionally smiling because, she's happy. Say what? Is this some alternative reality shit? Nope. This is real. This is true. This is right. And we cut to White House Oval Office morning as Olivia enters to find Mellie at her desk.
Madam President, the Joint Chiefs are on their way. This is happening. I didn't hear you. Did you say your line? Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, you're muted, Bellamy.
You came around.
Oh, yes. Sending forces to Bashran, helping Rashad get his country back, making this treaty happen. It's not even a question. We're doing it. So.
And she starts reaching into her bag.
Prepared a couple of briefs.
I have feelings for him.
Olivia stops and looks back at him.
President Rashad, I do. I care about him. Thing is, it doesn't make any difference, Olivia. Not when we have the chance to do what's right. Feelings be damned, we are doing what's right.
A beat, they eye each other. Olivia offers her a silent nod, and understanding that running the world and having feelings aren't mutually exclusive.
Anyway, you said you prepared some things.
Olivia hands over a folder.
I did. 1, our best course of action in Bashran. I think you'll find it very comprehensive. And 2, something else worth fighting for, an epidemic in this country that deserves more attention than it's getting. Missing Black girls. I want us to do something about it.
An intrigued Mellie opens the brief.
Tell me more.
Off Olivia stepping into that light. Medical reception area, Nora Adams sitting at work with pictures of Zoe is handing a clipboard to a patient when she sees Quinn Persons, an incredibly pregnant lady, entering, looking around. We see Nora's heart sink at the sight of Quinn. Bad news comes in person. She shakes her head as Quinn spots her and approaches.
No.
Mrs. Adams?
Nora glances around at the curious fellow patients and staff, doesn't want to hear the bad news in front of them.
Okay, let's go in the back. All right, I just can't.
We found your daughter. Alive.
And Nora can't help but sob.
After you went on TV, that hotline got flooded with calls, and one of the tips panned out.
Oh God, my baby. She's alive.
She's with a counselor now at a hospital in Alexandria. They'll examine her there and the police will interview her.
Nora's getting up from her desk, packing her things.
I have to go to her right now.
No, Mrs. Adams, I need to warn you, okay? She's been through
Stop. I thought my child was dead and she is alive, so nothing else matters. Okay, where did you say she was?
We have a car here. I'll take you to her.
Nora nods, tears streaming down her cheeks. She looks to her coworkers who jump in and hug her, shooing her off. Quinn watches it and can't help but wipe away a tear too. White House Cyrus's office. Cyrus stands in front of the Cezanne, considering Fenton, and Hannah pops in.
There's a moving company here for the painting. They said Mr. Glackland sent them?
Off Cyrus making a decision, we smashed the Glackland penthouse hallway. Cyrus raised a $20 bill at the dark screen.
Hello, anybody there?
Screen lights up with Fenton's image.
Cyrus, what are you doing here? The movers get a hold of you?
I changed my mind.
The door slides open. Cy hands the 20 to Fenton.
What's this?
About the painting, I'm keeping it.
Oh.
But it can't be a gift, which is why I'm buying it from you.
$20? That's a steal.
$20, and starting tomorrow, you're my shadow. I'll teach you about politics on the regular in the White House like you wanted. That sound good?
Fenton grins, not sure what to make of this, but
Yeah, no, absolutely. See you tomorrow.
Cyrus turns and goes off. Cyrus shaking his head, laughing at himself. What the hell has he gotten himself into? Interior White House, Grant Hall Day. Melly's with Rashad. He's just about vibrating with anger, concern, confusion.
These cowards waiting until I left the country to make their move.
Melly steps towards him, taking his hand in hers.
I'm going to put an end to this. You have my word.
Rashad stares at his hand in hers, begins to calm, looks her in the eye.
What happened to your need to appear impartial?
Things have changed.
Yes. Yes, they certainly have.
Big, loaded beat.
I should go. As you can imagine, my men don't want to let me out of their sight right now.
I know the feeling.
Rashad looks at her, then almost sadly.
Madam President, believe me, in this moment, there is only one thing in which I can take comfort. In the fact that I will see more of you.
He squeezes her hand, then lets her go, and we're off. Melly wanting him to stay, but letting him walk out the door. Quinn Perkins and Associates conference room are tying the photo of Zoe Adams as Marcus takes down off the wall. The team's gathered behind him. Quinn, Abby, Huck, Charlie. Marcus hands the phone to Fitz. Fitz pats him on the shoulder.
That's one down.
And many more to go.
Too many more.
Fitz's eyes go from the photo in his hands to the hundreds more on the wall before them, and everyone takes in the enormity of the task at hand, everybody but Huck. His eyes are on the door.
Liv?
Everyone sees Liv arrive, a folder in hand. She lays it on the table.
The Justice Department, as ordered by the President and the Attorney General, is setting up a special division within the FBI to focus on missing persons of color.
Really?
Really. I handpicked the chief investigator to lead it up. It will be well-funded and made a top priority.
Looks all around. This is good news. Fitz looks at Liv.
Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. We still have a lot of work to do.
Yes, we do. But it's a start.
A shared smile between Liv and Fitz, fully connected, then her phone rings.
Excuse me. What is it?
A beat and Olivia's face tightens a bit. Off this mystery, we hard cut to the museum workspace as Rowan steps up to the locked door, takes out his keys. White House old pool night. Olivia enters to find Jake waiting, a stack of photos in hand. She takes them.
Intersections in and around Rutland, Vermont. I gave them a shake to see if your ex-boyfriend made any unscheduled trips. He didn't.
Exterior museum workspace night. Rowan locks the door, turns the doorknob. White House old pool night. Liv looks at the photos, darkens.
But your father did.
Reveal their grainy traffic cam shots of Rowan passes through an intersection. Liv looks at Jake furious, and we cut back to museum space night as Rowan enters, then slowly comes to a stop, reverse to reveal the room is empty. No tools, no artifacts, most importantly, no dinosaur.
Looks like Annie isn't the only person you've been talking to.
Rowan turns to see Olivia step out of the shadows. She stares at him a beat, then slides into an empty chair.
Sit.
Rowan stares back at her, beaten, and he does as he's told. We end the episode! Woo! Woo! Woo!
All
Very
right.
exciting. Very
Kerry
exciting.
has to run, but if everybody else can just wave at everybody, I don't know how this all works, but I don't know
Love
who
you
we want.
guys.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
we
I
love
have to run as
I
well.
love you, Kerry.
Gotta go.
Thank you. Thank you, Kerry.
Good luck with this. Good
And-
luck. Raise all the money. All the money.
Raise
Yes,
all
yes,
the
please.
money.
50,000. That's amazing.
Oh my God.
Bye,
Oh.
guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you, guys.
We broke
Not bad for an hour's work.
So that's great.
Yay!
And I'm going to tell everybody, I think if we have the winners, I'm going to text, I've got the winners. Okay, I'm getting them texts in as I speak. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to my beautiful Scandal family. Making assets, like being the spine to our like fleshy bits. All right, here are our winners. I also have to say sidebar. That was season 7, episode 4, which is 704, which is my area code as we were growing up in Asheville. Some of y'all still have that
nice.
area code. That makes me
Wow.
very, very happy. Okay, so I have 2 out of the 3 winners. First of all, the Notebook. I don't have my glasses on. Krista Buxman, you win the Notebook. So that's
Hey.
very, very excited. I'm very excited. Jeffy, get some haiku going.
Okay, cool.
Dirty haiku.
Dirty haiku.
Dirty
The
haiku.
shirt. Okay, Ken, I want you to sweat it up and roll around in it.
Okay, all
Sign
right.
it wherever you want to sign it. And then it's going to go to a very happy Karen Belton.
Karen Belton. All
Hey,
right.
Karen.
You might have to text a picture of yourself. You might have to text a picture of yourself in the outfit. Are we still
Okay.
going? We might still be going. I'm not sure. I'm still gonna talk
I think it's
until-
over.
Keep going.
Oh no.
The
They'll
recording
never know
stopped.
who won.
I
We'll
don't
never
know.
know.
We'll never know.
know.
I will
Still
say
going.
Still going,
Mike
it
says,
says.
Mike says we're still
Still
going.
going.
All
We're
right,
still
good,
going.
because
Keep going.
two last prizes. The stuffy goes to someone who didn't put their name. So how are we going to figure that out? I'm literally flummoxed. You see me just reading and then it going through the little Mabel is the gerbil on the wheel in my brain. It didn't make any sense of that. More information coming, they say. And the dinosaur signed by our own Kerry Washington and loved on by Scott Foley and the amazing Jim Morton. Scott Foley, you're also amazing. Don't be jealous. Kimberly Powell, you win, I think, multiple dinosaurs if I'm being right. Oh, okay, here we go. We got the name. The name for the kindness campaign is Helen Cox. I wonder if that's the Helen Cox I know. I don't know. Now, what they haven't told me is who I get to have lunch with. It's blinking, but I feel like I shouldn't make everybody
Me.
wait to find out. Oh, yay! We can all have lunch together.
Let's do it.
I just want to say, oh, coming. Well, just thank you. And we're so grateful that you spent tonight with us. And honestly, we had a really, really good time. I'm really relieved because asking things of people, it's way outside my comfort zone. I ask a lot of all these wonderful folks. But you can also continue to support the United Way of North Carolina as it oversees the Disaster Relief Fund. It doesn't end with our efforts here tonight. Lord knows it's a long road to recovery for Western North Carolina. So support Western North Carolina in any way you can. Also, just by remembering her. I know there's a lot going on in the world, but keep a space in your heart for my hometown and the surroundings. Okay, get ready. I got an invitation for you. Hey, Matt Reyes, you want to go to lunch?
Ooh,
Matt.
Wow.
Matt Reyes.
Jack Pedro.
Hold up.
Matt Reyes.
If I knew it was like that, I would have been.
Now you know. All right. I think that's everything. Hey, love you guys everywhere. All of you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, night, evening, tomorrow, all of it. Thanks for loving Western North Carolina.
Yay.
Thank you guys.
Hi guys, so fun. Love you all.
I miss
Much
you,
love,
Scandal
y'all.
Fam, and everybody who came. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, you guys are
Yay.
amazing. It was so fun.
Good to see everybody.
Love you.
See
Bye,
y'all.
guys.
Bye bye.
Blah, blah, blah,
Bye.
blah, 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 blah.